slowly falling down cooler闇へ but never going back touch 向かえどうして高く上げてなお大ボーナなんてもうグッバイしょこりもなくファイナカマと Need another day I will run away from nothing no more どこまでも笑がってこう今超えてく Also ready to break it up I'm not afraid yeah break it Keep it point in the dark 自分の力に変え wipe out 今ねじ曲げる視線 I never fall in I never ever care for them 今立ち向かう and I defeat myself I got ghosts, keep myself safe from backward I got ghosts, keep myself see a suspect Time away from me, stop my shadow Smoke, let us set my tongue on a surface I could Nobody knows, cause I can't flow Live fast for the
Hello YouTube, I'm back again with another video. I'm going to be talking about an incident that took place in Houston, Texas about a girl named Jocelyn Nungare who's 12 years old who happened to sneak out of her house last night, and she encountered two guys under a bridge named Franklin Pena, and the other one is Johan Jose Martinez. And I think what happened is that she was trying to take them to a 7-Eleven. They asked for directions, whatever, and then later end up following her, thinking they were cool, trying to gain her trust. But like later after the incident, they thought it'd be cool to hang out, and people are confused whether that could be the boyfriends, the guys that she was meeting up online. I don't believe that is, because the more I think about it, these are actually foreigners who just came out of the country. I really don't look at it that way. I think she met up with she met up with these guys out of nowhere and has no clue who they are. This is someone. This isn't a group of guys that she met on a dating app, whatever. How I know is because from what I gathered, she was just there to pick up a smoothie or a drink and was on her way to get back home. So even though she left without her mom's permission, those guys took it upon themselves to kidnap her and choke her. And they made sure to get rid of their DNA by removing the DNA. Again, they could by basically cleaning her off with gloves, throwing her body into the river. Again, that's just exactly what it seems. Because what I could understand is they most likely violated her, and that's the reason why they killed her, because had they been exposed for their crime, they would have gotten like severe punishment. And on top of that, the more you think about it, the community would have taken action upon them. And to be real, like honestly, there's no, not only is there no excuse, even if you confess to something like this, you still need to be punished, like rightfully. You don't get a, even if you confess to something, does not mean you get a slap on the wrist. It doesn't mean you've does not mean people have forgiven you. Guys like this definitely need to pay for their crimes and need to be given the utmost worst punishment ever. And to the point that they shouldn't even be around anymore. So, because the reason why what I figured was that, from what I gathered, they might not get the death penalty, but a $15 million bond, because apparently there's no evidence, or it doesn't show like any kind of intent of them violating her, which I highly disagree. Even if there was no intent behind seducing a minor or whatever, I do believe they should get capital punishment, because not only because like murder is very serious, but at the same time they harmed a minor for their own satisfaction, and there was no like accomplishment behind it. There's no value out of it. What could they have gained from doing what they did? It's clear these guys are just mentally unstable. They're creeps, weirdos. They can't function in society. And I know who I'm referring to. I'm referring to Pena as well as Martinez. Those guys really need to suffer further actions, no joke, you guys, for what they did to Jocelyn Nungare. And yeah, and I'm getting sick of it. Not just me. I'm sure it could be the majority. It could be. I would say it's more than half. More than half of us are just very sick of people like this getting slapped on the wrist, not getting the punishment they deserve. Like, some people are saying that like they shouldn't have to lose their life. They shouldn't have to be off this planet. But if anything, it justifies, especially what they did throughout this entire incident, what the intent was behind it. And on top of that, they're illegal immigrants. They literally came from a different country in order to commit this heinous crime. So on top of that, I don't like. Problem is, like, even if they do get deported, though, as much as I want that, will they actually suffer for the consequences? Will they actually be punished in their country? Because I honestly believe they should remain in the U.S. for them to be properly punished. Because if you let them go to their country, they feel like, for them, like, the punishment, it won't be as severe. And in that country, since they committed a crime outside their country, they feel like the law isn't going to pursue them in their hometown. And let me just go through this video quickly. And we can blame the parents. Here's the mugshots of the creeps. This is the face of Pena Martinez. One of them tried to, like, for what I understand too also, one of them tried to pin it on the other. They're saying the other guy did the most, while the other one just kissed her on the cheek, whatever. But at the same time, you were involved. That's what people don't seem to realize. The moment you're involved, even if you don't do the most, you still took part of the crime. And that's just an excuse. I honestly feel like a kiss is enough as it is. That's still you violating someone without their consent, or like while they're conscious. So whoever did the most, whatever, doesn't matter. But it's like you should pay just as much of the crime as that person, since you were the accomplice. But again, people these days, they feel like if they rat one another out, they're either gonna get less time, or the other one's will get more time, and they're gonna forget the person who admitted who basically gave out information involving the crime, even though they took part of it. But I do believe they should still follow through with the capital punishment. Again, I did want to bring up support stuff. We could blame the parents, because I do realize the mother is like 27. She's probably naive herself. But yeah, she should have been more like stricter with her. She should have been more strict with her daughter. She should have kept tabs of her like throughout last night. Should know something was off. And then again, you can't keep You can't always be able to keep an eye on your kid, because they take the opportunity to leave when you're not around, or when you're very tired, you're exhausted, or sick, whatever, or you're busy with somebody. That I understand, but it's, at the same time, she could have done it a lot sooner, and maybe told her daughter and probably disciplined her what to avoid and what are the things that are right and what are the things that are wrong, so she could avoid danger. So this is not me really going in on my mother. It's just like, what could have been the solution for all of this to be avoided in order for her daughter not to end up dead, and how she could have handled it. And I can't. It's very hard. It's really hard to say whether the mother's partially to blame, because who knows what how she treats her daughter, how she raised her behind closed doors. Because that I can't really be able to make false claims or anything, or judge her for what happened, because we could argue, yeah, the mother is young herself, which makes her an irresponsible parent, and that she can't be able to, she doesn't have that mentality, she's not mature enough without the help of a father, whatever that may be. But one thing that is important, that I do agree with the mother, that her daughter had a bright future behind her. She was very eccentric, whatever, from what I heard. She brings a lot of humor within conversations. She brings a lot of joy to people, and that she had hoped she could be able to live long to see how she would grow as a person. But again, her life was taken from her by these two monsters, and if I ever hear about the lethal injection being utilized for these two, and that it's accepted, mark my words, I would shake my head yes. I would applaud for that and approve to what's to come next, and how they should not be able to see the light of day, because they take it away. They literally took it away from Jocelyn Nungare. So may she rest in peace. My condolences to the mother, and let those guys burn for all I care, so they could see how she felt. But the good thing is, Jocelyn won't be anywhere near Pina and Martinez, because where she's going is completely separate from them, because she's up there, she's going all the way up, while Pina and Martinez are constantly being dragged out to the pits of where they're going to suffer for eternity, and how this case should close the chapter. But again, I feel like I said enough, you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to check for more upcoming content later in the future. Be sure to check your notifications, comment, like, subscribe. Thank you.
You can fly, you can reach the other side of the rainbow.